They will appreciate you when you're gone. Let me say that again. They will appreciate you when you're gone. And I know that title, it sounds like a lot darker than it really is. When I know a lot of people, when they hear when you're gone, they're assuming, I'm talking about. I'm not really talking about that. You know what I'm saying? I really am referring to removing yourself from a certain situation or environment so that your value can be noticed or increased. There's a law in 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I'm not sure if you guys have read that book, but there is a law in 48 Laws of Power. Let me go and find it so I can, you know what I'm saying, give you the exact name of said law. It's called Use Your Absence to Raise Your Value. Which law is this? So you guys can go in and read it for yourself. Raise your value through scarcity. Law 16. Okay. So boom. I want to say I've noticed this law probably more than any other law in my life. You know what I'm saying? There's one other law that I want to make a separate video about, and it is always say less than necessary. You know what I'm saying? That would probably be the other law that I'd say I've noticed the most prominently in my life. But aside from that, this law right here, increase your value through scarcity, is one of the most mind-blowing, life-changing things that I've noticed in my life. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that is because a lot of you guys are so used to being in everyone's face. You're so used to, you know what I'm saying, being around certain people every single day. And you may notice yourself feeling like, hey, they don't inherently see my value because I'm just always here. They don't inherently respect me as much as they would if I was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you right now, you guys, if you feel like in your relationship, that man, that woman doesn't respect you, right? Take a break from them. Tell them we need a break. Break up with them, whatever. Unfollow them on social media. Do whatever you need to do. I guarantee you, it's like a push and pull effect. It's like a push and pull effect, right? You're right here. The moment you break away from that person, they're like, damn, I kind of miss them. They start coming more towards you. You unfollow them, you block, you'll see them in your views, you'll see them, you know what I'm saying, making posts about you. People will start bringing them, you'll see like little things, you know what I'm saying. Same thing with like family and friends, you guys. Like, it's been so many times that I've called myself feeling disrespected by someone that I thought I was close with, someone that I considered to be a friend of mine. Or like they just did something backdoor or snakish, you know what I'm saying? And when that happened, I just slightly distanced myself. Like, I removed myself from the situation. That's the type of person I am, you guys, by the way. Like, I notice things and I call them out, right? I point them out. I don't, like, you know what I'm saying, tiptoe around it. I will call things out when I notice or feel like somebody's doing something snakish or like weird to me. I'll call it out. I'll tell them to their face, like, hey, I didn't appreciate this, or I didn't appreciate that, or I feel like the way you're moving isn't, you know what I'm saying, respectful in this way. I will call it out, and then after that, like, I'll point it out once, and then I'll just slowly distance myself. Like, I don't really too much make a big deal about anything, you guys. I don't really too much get angry over anything. I'll just notice it, say something once, take note on if they change their action, and then I'll slowly remove myself from the situation. So yeah, I've done this with family, I've done this with friends, you guys. And I've always noticed consistently that once you remove yourself from said person's life, they end up hitting you up more. Like, oh, they want to hang out more, they want to do this, they want to do that. And it's like, you weren't this nice, you weren't this forward, you weren't this ready to hang out with me back when we were friends, you know what I'm saying? Back when we were hanging out every single day, you would slight me, you would make comments, you would disrespect me, you know what I'm saying? You would do snakish things behind my back. And now that I've removed myself and I'm like, okay, I'm cool off you, like I'm good, you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping my distance, I'm doing my thing, you do your thing. It's all love, but it's love from this distance. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to talk every day. Once you do that, you start to realize, like, they start reaching out towards you way, way more. And it's always been such a interesting phenomenon to me, you guys, because I guarantee you it works every single time. Like, if you don't believe me, genuinely try this. Like, genuinely try this with anybody in your life, your family, your friends. It has to be just human nature, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the psychology behind this. I'd have to read 48 Laws of Power in that chapter again, because I read that book a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? It was one of the first books I read early on. But I don't know the psychology behind this, but what I do know is it absolutely is the truth. Removing yourself from any situation, toxic or not, it improves your value. Scarcity improves value. And it's just such an odd phenomenon to me, you guys. But yeah, like, try it. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like your parents don't value you because they see you every single day, and they disrespect you or whatever, move out of the house. Save up as much money as you can. Move out of that house. I did this with my parents. You know what I'm saying? We weren't on the best of terms when I moved out of my parents' house. You know what I'm saying? And I've noticed after I moved out, I saved my money. I got my own crib and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I stopped reaching out. I stopped texting, calling as much as we were. We don't talk every single day. I've noticed my mom, my stepdad, other people in my family, they reach out to me way more. They're always trying to invite me somewhere. They're always trying to find ways to bring me back to the house. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, when I was there every single day, you guys didn't respect me in the way that I felt like, look, like, my sister's literally calling me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. My baby sister's calling me as we speak. But I'll call her back after the video. It's more so, it was more so about my parents, not really, you know, about my sister. I love my sister to death, but that's just an example. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you remove yourself from your family, they tend to run towards you more. They tend to reach out towards you more. And this is the same thing with friends. This is the same thing with everyone in your life, you guys. A relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like, scarcity improves value. When you remove yourself from certain situations, people tend to understand how much they actually enjoyed your presence. And yeah, like, it sucks to say, but a lot of people don't realize it until it's too late, until you're not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something I've noticed to be true. That's just something I've noticed about human nature. So yeah, you guys, that's all I really wanted to come on here and say, man. If you feel like you're not getting the respect that you deserve, the respect you should be getting, if you're not feeling like, you know what I'm saying, people value you as much as they should value you in that relationship, that friendship, try removing yourself. Not for 1 week, not for 2 weeks. Just test it. Test it for a month, right? Remove yourself for a month. Stop reaching out to them first. Stop answering calls every single time you get a call. Just put yourself first, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be an asshole about it, but put yourself first. Stop reaching out to them and prioritizing them because they aren't doing it to you. Do it for a month. I guarantee you'll start to see people squirming and moving and bending backwards to get you back in their life. You know what I'm saying? They'll reach out more. They'll call you more. They'll invite you to more places. They'll move with a lot more respect once you remove yourself from that situation. I don't know why it is, but it just tends to be the case. But yeah, Try it out, you guys. Obviously, don't use this in a negative way. I know the 48 Laws of Power, that book, has a negative connotation for some people, like, oh yeah, this is manipulation tactics. I don't really look at it like that. I look at it like human nature, you know what I'm saying? Like, it genuinely is an observation of human nature. And you know what I'm saying? People can use that for good, people can use that for bad. It's like with anything else in life. It's all how you choose to use it. So yeah, that's how I look at it, you guys. Just try it out for a month, see if it works, see if you've noticed the same things I've noticed, and if not, yeah, just come back to this video and let me know if it worked or not for you. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I gotta call my little sister back, man. So love y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow.